Hi, I'm Ryan with Iron Planet Hobbies. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Digikeijs DR5000 to work with JMRI, both wired and wirelessly. And we're going to do it step by step with no step skipped. Alright, if you have not watched our previous video on the step-by-step to set up your DR5000, please do that first and then come back to this one. So I'm going to assume you've already seen that, and so we will get started on setting up JMRI wirelessly. So first, let's go up here to the USB tab and let's make note of the LocalNet port, which is COM51 here on my computer. And we can close that, and you will need that for setting up the COM port in JMRI, and we are doing this wired to begin with, so make sure your USB cable is plugged into the DR5000. And just a note, you will need the USB cable plugged in anytime you are using this PC app right here. All right, let's go ahead and open up JMRI, and I have this under Panel Pro, but this will also work with Decoder Pro as well. So you need to go to your preferences and first set your system manufacturer to Digitrax. Your system connection is local buffer USB, COM51, DCS 100 Chief. And then you will not need any of these other connections here, and then click save. And that is all you need to set up the JMRI connection via USB to your PC. Okay, now that you have it connected, if you just want to verify that connection, you can come over here and under Tools, you can come down to Power Control, and this opens a Power Control window. So we'll just slide this over here for now, and notice that the track power is on. Click this, track power off, and track power back on, and that just verifies that you do have a solid connection between the DR5000 and the JMRI computer program. So to get things set up wirelessly, the next step is we need to make just a few changes here. So I will go ahead and minimize this. And just like in the previous video, make sure that your Wi-Fi is connected to your DR5000, which mine is right here. And yes, you will have a little yellow caution sign down here, and that is completely normal. So you want to open up your LAN tab, and you will want to change this to LocalNet over TCP right here, this one. And we're going to select that, click this to save it, and it will update the settings here. And close that out. And now let's pull back up Panel Pro. We will come over to Preferences, and we're going to make a couple changes over here. And the first thing we want to do is change this to LocalNet over TCP, and we are going to click that. And then you will need your IP address home right here, and you can find that right here on your PC app. So we'll slide this over here so we can see it, and we will go ahead and enter that. And then we will click the additional settings, and your port for the settings are 5550. And then you can leave everything else here just as it sits, and we are going to go ahead and save that connection there. And then it will ask you to restart the program, so we will do that, and we will open this back up. And that should open back up with your settings saved. And to verify that again, you can come over to your Tools, and we will open up Power Control, and let's slide that over. We can minimize that, and as you can see, clicking on and off, that will work just fine. So you are now connected wirelessly to the DR5000 using JMRI. Okay, just a couple more things now that you have it connected. First thing, I'm going to go ahead and unplug the USB cable. Show you here, this is now switches over to demo, and when you are running JMRI wirelessly, this is normal. It will show demo. However, if you click on this, you will see that you still have connections to the advanced settings on both the LAN and the wireless. And if you pull these up here and you click on the advanced tab, go to wireless, you will see all of your settings are still here. Now you won't be able to control your normal PC app, but that is just the way it is designed. So you can change these if you want to change your passphrase here for your security. You can do that, and you can change your network name just as I have done here to show DR5000-test. You do not want to click on this because lots of bad stuff will happen and you will not have access to this anymore. If you accidentally click on this or anything else that you do not like, click on the reset button over here. And of course you want to do this with your USB plugged in and this down here connected, and this will reset. It will take about 30 seconds or so to reset the Wi-Fi. Once that is done, you will want to unplug the DR5000, wait maybe 10-15 seconds, plug it back in, and the factory default settings will be back, and you can make your changes again as you see fit. Another thing I will mention real quick is if for some reason you are on a PC that does not have a Wi-Fi connection, you can use the LAN tab here, use an Ethernet cable, plug that into your router, and as long as that router is connected to this PC, then all of your settings will be filled in again, and you can get back to making changes that you need to. Also, notice here that my laptop is connected. You can connect multiple computers or connections to this. Practically 8 connections will work just fine. And at the end of the video, I will show you an example of that. So you can see 2 PCs working at the same time. And just a couple more things before I show you that. These same settings will work with Rockrail and other PC apps. And also if you're using the ESU Mobile Control 2 throttle, you can use the same IP address and port settings to set that up. And another thing, you can also plug in a Wi-Fi extender into the LAN port here. You can find those at Best Buy, Walmart, different places online. They're fairly inexpensive, and you can extend the range of the Wi-Fi if you're going to use Wi-Fi devices to connect to this. If you have a great distance and you need a larger range of Wi-Fi, you can do that. So now I'll go ahead and show you how to, the example here for using 2 PCs at the same time. All right, now I have the second computer set up wirelessly. You can see the USB plug is not plugged in, and here is the throttle on laptop number 1, and there you can see the horn is working just fine, and I have this one set over here, and there you can see that one is working just fine. So it is possible to connect more than one, and you can just continue to set up as many as you need just by following the same setup steps that we have already provided for you. Okay, now that you've seen that, just one more last thing here I want to show you. What you're going to want to do is come over here to your settings, and you're going to want to go to your system and come over to power and sleep. And what we're going to want to do is go to the additional power settings. And if you're using a laptop computer, you're going to want to change this to high performance and then click change plan settings. And the reason we are doing this is Windows by default has a lot of settings that will turn things off after a short amount of time. So we're going to change advanced power settings. In here, you can see that there are some items that will change For instance, on my laptop here, it says plugged in. It's going to turn off the hard disk after 20 minutes. We do not want that to happen. So we're going to want to change this to 200. And I know some environmentalists will be mad that I'm running my hard drive for 180 minutes longer than needed, but that's okay. And you can go through your wireless adapter, change those to maximum performance. Sleep, you definitely want to look at the sleep after and turn these to never. And anyway, I won't go through all of these, but you want to change a lot of these things here, like the hibernate to never, because if you're running trains, you do not want these things to turn off, because if those turn off, then your Wi-Fi connection will also turn off and you will not have access. So make sure you go through these, change all these things to the highest value that you think you will need, or that they will turn off with never turn off, and that will make for a good op session. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.